Hey guys, we did a little squid fishing last night, and now we gotta go and clean all of them. Luckily, we only got 44, I think. Most of them are smaller, unfortunately, which those are less fun to clean. But basically, we're gonna do some squid cleaning, so let's get at it. I'm gonna try a new process. Let me adjust the camera here so you can see. So I'm gonna try. A lot of times when I'm going and I'm cutting them up and I throw them onto a paper towel or whatever, there's just so much water on them that it's really wet. So I'm gonna use a strainer this time over a pot to kind of let the water run off. And I'm gonna use this pot to put them in because they're on ice right now, and they're going to need to be rinsed off because they're all inky. So we'll fill this pot up. This is the cutting board we're going to use. And it's got a nice, beautiful fish on it. Let's get a quick shot of what they look like in the cooler, and then we'll slap them on this thing and show you the process. Alright, so as you can see, we got 44 squid, and we actually caught a couple crabs that we put back last night. And we've got a nice mackerel that just decided to swallow the squid jig somehow. So he's going in the freezer too. But we got some good ones. And like I said before, that's a mid-sized one. We got a lot of smaller ones. Like, this is probably one of the smaller guys here. But plenty of meat on them still. So back to the sink. Alrighty, let's see. What we're going to do now is we're going to move this coffee cup out of the way. And we're going to put this pot and strainer down there. And then this one, a little cold. Always use cold water. Cold water we're going to take, and we're going to put all the squid into here to kind of rinse them. See if I can do this without making a mess. Actually, what we're going to do is we'll bring the cooler up. There's another good one right there. The bite was weird. The size quality was, like I said, down last night, but we had a few good ones come through. We ended up getting them. You can see they've lost some color, but a lot of them still have color. They change colors quite a bit, and honestly, when they're dead too. I mean, these guys, we caught these guys like midnight last night, roughly, and I'm pretty sure the spotting on them still moves. I'll show you in a second. Put the mackerel in there too. Oh, there's the two small guys. This is ice cold. Learned our lesson last year. We used ice packs. And by the time we woke up the next morning to clean them, the ice packs were basically warm at that point, and the squid had warmed up. And we went through and cleaned them, and they had a little bit of an odor, but we went for it anyways, and we ate a batch, And then we started eating another batch, and we just had to pitch them. Luckily, there wasn't that many, but they were just... Always make sure they're cold on ice, and clean them as soon as you can if they're not. So these guys... Oh yeah, they still smell fresh. But I don't know if they'll do it because they're cold or not. Usually, even after they're dead for a while, you can get the... Yeah, I think it's because their skin's so cold it's not really reacting. Or just because they're dead, I guess, for so long. Alright. So we're not going to do a video showing you all of them getting cut up, but we'll do a big one and a small one. And then we'll skip ahead to the end process of processing them. Alright, so let's do... There's a small one. We'll do one of the big guys. Or girls. So, clearly this guy would probably try and eat this guy. Because that is significant. I'm gonna measure this guy real quick out of curiosity. So, some of them will have 2 long tentacles. This guy's longer tentacle. Oh, he's got them right there. So if we stretch out the long tentacles, this guy's 18 inches. That's a beast. But if we go with the smaller tentacles, he's 15. I don't think the short fin squid, that's what these are. These are short fin squid. And I don't think the short fin squid get much bigger than that, to be honest with you. Usually 14 and a half, so what we get is a big one. So, thicker meat, thicker hood, thicker tentacles than obviously this guy, of course. But alright, so first things first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your squid, and basically, this is the top. It's got a little tab here. Comes out over the head. That's the bottom. This is where their jet is. And they'll shoot ink at you and salt water and stuff. And that's where the jet is. So we're going to flip them upright. And you're going to take your knife. And you're going to put it basically where the tentacles end here. And the eyes start. You're going to go in between the two. And you're just going to... It's very gentle. It's all delicate. But it's firm. Firm meat here, tentacles. So you cut tentacles off. And then you just have 2 eyes. Little eyes. This guy's got big eyes. And it's really cool watching these guys swim around because, like, depending on the lighting, because there's lights on the docks and stuff, depending on the lighting, sometimes when they're outside the edge of the light, you will only see eyes, and I don't know if it's a spawning thing or what, but you'll see the tips of their hoods just like glowing. It's really cool. And these bigger guys, the tentacles will, when they're still alive, they'll stick to your fingers. But anyways, back to what we were doing. So, tentacles here. Now all you're going to do is this is the beak. I'm going to pop the beak out backwards. It's in this cartilage case thing. And now we just have tentacles. And those are good to go. And I need... What are we going to do? I need to get a trash bag. Alright. Let's see. We got a trash bag. These are good to go. We're going to throw them right in there. Now, with the head, and the guts, the hood, and the fins and all that, what we're going to do is what I like to do is I take this tab thing and there's a cuttle bone in here, and it's like the spine or the backbone that comes all the way up to the top of this tab. And this big guy, you can't really see it because of the flesh, but it comes up here, and these little guys, it's very, very soft compared to these guys. It's like I can feel it there. These guys, you can't really feel it. And basically all you're going to do is try and put pressure on the edge of that tab, and you're going to pop the cuttle bone out. See right there? It looks like plastic. Get the lighting right here. You're going to pop that out, and then what I like to do is I like to put my finger in between that and the hood, and then I'll just use my finger to push it off the hood all the way down. These little guys, it's hard to get your finger. I mean, if you're a guy, you're going to have a harder time with bigger hands. You're going to have a hard time getting your finger in the smaller squid. And then I just usually rotate, like, I don't know, once. And then you pull out all the, the guts and everything, and the cuttle bone comes right out with the guts. And that's all that is. We'll compare this to the big one too, just to see the size difference. And then, now we just have the hood. And the thing I found out last time, which made processing a little easier for me, was usually I take a knife and I start kind of scraping it, and then I peel it off. And sometimes it's kind of a pain, sometimes it's not. But with my finger in here, what I found out is if I just take my other hand and I go like this, it all just kind of peels right off. And now you're left with the squid's hood. Sometimes, like on these bigger guys, especially these giant ones, I mean, there's a lot of meat right here. I mean, you can just see it. This whole thing is meat. I'll keep that. Even the mid-sized ones, I'll keep the wings on them. But these little guys, it's not even worth saving, really. And then, honestly, a lot of times, I like to just slice them. Unless you're going to stuff them. If you're going to stuff them with shrimp or whatever you're going to stuff them with, leave it intact and just kind of get in there and rinse it out. But it's if you're going to do like rings too, I guess. But like if you're just going to slice it up and fry it up or whatever, I like doing this because then you can kind of just like take your knife in here or your fingernail and you just kind of get some of that other stuff. There wasn't much left on that guy. And that guy is good to go. You can stick him in there real quick. That's all there is to that. Now the big guy, Mr. Big Guy, same thing though. End of the tentacles. He's eating something. Eyes go in between, come down. This guy's gonna have a much bigger beak. Should have saved the beak on the other guy to show you the size difference, but you don't really want to get bit by these guys. I don't know if you can see it. It's enclosed in this cartilage here, but it looks like a bird's beak. Kind of. See it? Yeah, that would hurt. So, same thing. This is good to go. We could rinse it. These bigger guys' tentacles are a little chewier than the smaller ones, but they're really good eating. Especially when you fry them up, they're like little or bigger French fries. Now, same thing. This might be... Let me turn the light on. That really didn't help out, did it? So now, same thing. We're going to come up to this tab on the top of the hood, and we're going to put our finger in here, and I'll see if you can see it pop out. See if I can make a mess on the floor here, but it's hard to see. Oh, see that just popped right out? It's literally just enclosed in that. And then same thing. Finger goes in between the hood and the cuttle bone, and then you just slide your, and now see, like I can only go halfway into this guy's hood, so that's fun too. So you just run it all the way down, and then I kind of just, as far as I can, and I'll just kind of curl my finger to kind of pull it, so I'm most of the way in, and then I'll kind of twist it, so pull, twist, and then I'll do it again because I can still feel guts in there. I think I got them that time. You can feel it kind of snapping off. And then there. Now you have... This guy didn't ink all his ink out, so there's plenty of ink there. You could eat this stuff. We're not going to. I think this might be a boy. Anyways, there's the guts. We don't want to eat the guts. Good. Now, here's the cuttle bone. See, it looks like plastic, doesn't it? See-through. Pretty crazy. Now the size difference. Pretty cool. So there's that. And this guy, he's too big, I think, to do what the trick I did on those little guys. Which is fine. Those little guys can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. So I'm just going to take my knife and I'm going to run it down the edge of this. Same thing, just kind of scrape it up. Well guys, there you have it. That's how you take care of and process your squid once you bring them home, put them in your sink. So now, got them all cleaned up. Now basically, you know, take your storage baggies and put however many you want, just like you're putting anything up. You're going to throw these in the freezer, so you know, if we typically eat 6 squid a meal, then I put 6 in a baggie. Or if we're going to do a big dish of whatever, then I'll do more. But we don't have any small baggies right now, apparently. We've got these big storage baggies, so make do with what we got, I guess. But I'm not going to overfill these because I don't want to freeze too much and have to eat too much at once. But I'm honestly thinking that 15 a bag should do, because that's probably what we could eat in a week, and we've got 44, 45 here, so, you know, we could do 3 bags of 15, call it good. I mean, that's what we'll do. So basically, what we're going to do now is we're going to have this contraption right here. The strainer works pretty good, but they're stacked up pretty good, so there's some, you know, a lot of water still on them. I just rinsed them completely off, but so I'm gonna just kind of pat them dry real quick and shove them in a bag. So I'm gonna get 3 bags ready, and we're gonna pat dry and shove in the bag. So we'll just go 1. Actually, I'll just stack them right here. 2, 3, 4, 5. I left some of the skin on some of these hoods. I mean, you could keep peeling it off if you want. You can eat it. I will just eat it. It's fine. Same with some of this. Just, it's up to your preference. What do we have? 5, 4? Oh. Call that 6. And with the tentacles, 7. I'll throw the same number of tentacles. Basically a whole squid. So we'll do 15 whole squid into a bag. Actually, no, we'll do 10 and we'll do an extra bag. That sounds better. Just in case that's too many at once. I think this is 8. I don't know. It's close enough. 9, 10. And I usually try to mix up my sizes too. Because obviously you don't want to put all your big ones into a bag and all your little ones into a bag, and then you're going to have so much meat in that one bag with the big ones. You can be like, this is too much. And same thing with tentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good enough, close enough, whatever. Then we're going to throw them in the bag. Doesn't matter what you want to do first. Just threw the tentacles in first because that's what I grabbed. And they're going to stick to the paper towel, so I'll just grab whatever I can. Throw them in there, try to get all the air out. Try not to bring any paper towel with us here. And the last one is sticking pretty good. Got it? Alright. There you have it. And then we're just going to take the bag, we're going to zip it up about 7/8 of the way, I would say. And then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to shake it and mash it, get all the air out of the freezer, and then we're going to kind of smush it in there. Then kicking out. All the air's out, and then we're going to roll it. And we're just going to keep working our way down, rolling it, letting the air out. And then we'll come down to our 7/8, or the 1/8 end there, and finish her off, and then make sure she's in there good. And there you go. It's essentially vacuum sealed. And I do have a vacuum sealer, but we're not worrying about it right now, I guess. There you have it. So that's all it takes. Go out there and try catching some squid. Yep. Oh, this probably took me about, I honestly don't know, an hour and a half to do by myself. So that was about 45 squid. If I had another person, obviously cut my time in half. So that's what I would recommend. If you have a night where you get 100, 200 squid, you're gonna want to have a couple people helping you out. Alright guys, like and subscribe. Maybe we'll, well I don't think we'll have to do another video on this because it's pretty self-explanatory once you watch it, but maybe we'll do another squid video. Alright, thank you.